Commence primary ignition.
Double for Ahsoka on Clone Wars Season 7. Be on the lookout for Summer of Snips on the Virtual Cantina Network.
Hey, there we are.
Hello there.
Well, welcome to another week of the never-ending watch-alongs of the Clone Wars.
Exactly.
There's a lot of Clone Wars to watch.
Yes, I think we need to talk to the program director about, do we need to know everything? No.
Yes, we do. We need to know.
A little late to question it at this point, but yes.
Well, it's all trial and error. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week of the Virtual Cantina Watch-Along. My name is Spencer. I'm one of your hosts for tonight. To my immediate that way is Jeff. How are you, sir?
Good.
And my immediate that way is Dave.
Hello.
Hello there. So we're in the middle of our Summer of Snips, and as you saw, that we got a great plug from the mocap Ahsoka, Lauren Mary Kim. So thank you very much, Lauren, for
other things. It's not like that's all she does.
I know okay. But I'm saying, but she's done that. She's the armorer. She also, was the stunt double for Costa Reeves in season 3. But she's a sweet of a lady. And also want to let you guys know, if you're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, she will be signing on Saturday at San Diego, which is pretty awesome. But we'll be talking about San Diego and a bunch of other cons going on right now. But we got a lot of great stuff to talk about tonight. First and foremost, make sure that you are watching our page and the VCN this coming Saturday at 12 o'clock Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific for a very special something about Family Vacation 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Yes, that's it. But if you want to find us, we're on all of those socials down there, including Threads.
Oh, yeah, it hasn't been added yet.
You gotta add that. You gotta put that on there. We need that on the banner now.
Family Vacation.
Yes, there we go. So make sure that you take a look at that. Whoa, we lost everything for a minute. But please.
I lose that every once in a while. I got to do it.
Yeah, but it happens. So take a look at, what's going on from there. But also, we got a whole, hey, Jen, how are you? We got a whole slew of stuff going on the Virtual Cantina Network. Dave, why don't you bring us down with that?
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff going on VCN all the time. It is time this weekend coming up Sunday for another episode of the Jedi Archives. And in Jedi Archives that we have, they're doing their Summer of Snips crossover. They're going to be talking about Tales of the Jedi, the Ahsoka section of that. That coming. Then we got Rebels Revisited coming again next week. And they will be talking, Rebels-y stuff associated with.
I think it's a watch-along.
Yeah, is I think probably that, because we've had 2 interviews in a back-to-back in a row that have been amazing. And if you haven't seen them, catch those on demand on the VCN.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. And then Daughters of the Galaxy coming again this week, yeah? Is Daughters of the Galaxy upcoming week. And I believe
yeah, that is
what are they doing this week? I don't know what they're doing this week.
I think they're doing Sabine.
Sabine, yes. Which is apropos of if you know, you know.
So speaking of that, did anybody see anything, I don't know, break the internet this past week because of Star Wars?
There was some amazing footage in a trailer of sorts.
That was all sorts of awesome. Very, very excited. And now we know that also we're getting 2 episodes on the 23rd, which means we're going to have a nice long episode on the 24th of August.
Yeah, do we have knowledge of the run times? They're probably going to be 35 to 45-minute episodes.
I don't know.
Okay.
Master, that line is going to be in infamy, just like Mace Windu saying "citizen."
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of tells you that that's no longer the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, let's look at the ground. When they first started advertising the show, they're like outlaw, rebel, Jedi. I'm like, wait a minute, she is no Jedi. So why are you saying Jedi?
Well, we've seen already that she meets up with the one and only the head of the new Jedi Order at the Luke's temple. So
right?
He can.
Ray Skywalker. She meets up with Ray Skywalker.
Yeah, he can give you the official nod, as it were.
Yeah.
Possibly. But yeah, so we have a lot of great stuff going on Virtual Cantina Network, which we're always
just let her be on the council, but not Gary.
Ooh. Does the thoughts dwell with her mother?
Thoughts dwell on your mother.
On Sandy. But also, I want to give a quick shout out to the members of our family. We hit 60,000 members this past Saturday.
Yes.
I was sitting at my parents' house and I'm like, wait, oh my God. Like, I'm at 10 o'clock at night. I'm like putting together a post. But Jeff, you've been around since literally since the beginning. I mean, this is kind of big.
Yeah, this group has grown a lot. It used to be a little bit more kind of, smaller. And now there's a lot going on, including, stuff that we've put together. You've put together some great stuff.
Well, but think about it this way, Jeff. You've been to all the U.S.-based celebrations. There hadn't been 60,000 people at the first couple of celebrations.
No. The first one especially was only a few. I don't know if the number was exactly. I know it probably says on Wikipedia, but it was a smaller event. There was no, definitive second one going to happen. It was one of those things where like, oh, let's do a sequel. This was great. It wasn't intended at the beginning like they do nowadays. So, the fact that it even happened was amazing. And then it was in a weird venue, and that's a different story. But it was a lot of fun. And then everybody wanted to do it again and again and again and again and again.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect. I mean, I think it would be a cool thing for Celebration. And I don't even know that they really could do it the way as big as it's gotten and all the things that they do, is to have it in some different kind of crazy out there locations and venues and things. We've gotten to the point where they're repeating not only cities, they're repeating exact venues because they know that they can do it, and it's been proven that they've been.
They did that early on. 2 and 3 were both in Indianapolis in the same convention center, run by the same group, Gen Con. So they had gotten like that. I think was a sort of a decision based on where they were located more than anything else. Mm-hmm. And it might have stayed. I don't think Gen Con continued to take over for the fourth one. I can't remember. But that one was in LA. So, but
it's still so.
It could have been like that was always where it was going to be, if it was based on whoever was running it. But
yeah,
Disney.
It means so much to all of us for all of you to join us, whether or not, you're joining us for one of our shows or at our meetups, which we have some great meetups coming up, or, at Bunta Eve or the Not So Virtual Cantinas. We do this as a labor of love because we love to do that. We love you guys. We love, what we do for you guys. And as long as you guys keep on coming, we're going to keep on going. That's pretty much how we roll things here. But going with that, we have a whole slew of meetups coming up. Starting with next week, we have a very special meetup on Friday night at the Omni Bar across from the San Diego Convention Center for San Diego Comic-Con next week, which is going to be hosted actually by that guy over there.
Yeah, sort of. Depends on how quickly I can get out of the Skywalker's trivia that goes from 8 till 9. But at 9 p.m., we will be hanging out in the bar, some group members and myself. I got a confirmation that a certain Jawa would be joining us, But, schedules can always be changed. But we probably will both go to another event afterwards because, got that party life.
Likelihood is high because you're her favorite.
Well,
today.
Yes. I was going to say, see how long that lasts. No, I'm sure that I'll stay in favorite status for a little while, but
until Mike shows up.
Well, he could help try to bump me tonight if he decided to go to a party later, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I think that's going to help elevate me.
He never trends. That's the issue. But and then so we got San Diego Comic-Con next week, and then the following week we are going to have a meetup at GalaxyCon Raleigh. Dave, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, absolutely. GalaxyCon Raleigh is my local con. It's like the closest. It's like 25-30 minutes door to door. So we are going to have a meetup there on the Friday of GalaxyCon. GalaxyCon, for those of you that don't know, is a big old 4-day event. So that Friday, before they get crazy on Saturday and where they're not totally dead on Thursday. So Friday afternoon, I think there is a newly introduced into the Star Wars universe Christopher Lloyd panel. And we're going to do our meetup immediately following the Christopher Lloyd panel. And we'll announce members there, when and where exactly. And come hang out with us if you are at GalaxyCon Raleigh.
Excellent. And also the same exact weekend, if you are at Terrificon, which is in Connecticut at Mohegan Sun, one of our VCN family members, Ash Brienza, will be having a table at Terrificon. And also you'll be able to see on the Sunday, my co-admin for the group, Frank Rich, will be doing some sign language work for the panels on the Sunday. At Terrificon. So you can see that going on there. And it's great at Star Wars actors at all these cons as well, including at Terrificon. You got Brendan Wayne and Tate Fletcher. At GalaxyCon, you got an incredible lineup of Star Wars actors from Billy D. Williams and Mike Quinn.
Star Trek actors and Star Trek actors. What's that?
And Star Trek. We go Admiral Debbie Wales here. We got a lot of the crew of the Enterprise D, so that's actually kind of cool.
But again, you can show up and have a professional photo op done with the Yoda puppet from Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, Dave Barclay.
Oh, okay.
He's doing a photo op by himself, but he's doing another photo op with Dave and Yoda,
which the other Dave is going to do as well, right?
Could happen. I for sure have a Yoda figure over there to get signed.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then the following week is Fan Expo Boston, which is my home con. Headline that con is by Hayden and Rosario. So you got Anakin and Ahsoka there. But you also have Ashley Eckstein going to be there as well. which is going to be a lot of fun. We will have our typical meetup on the Friday night at NJ O'Connor's, which is right attached to the Westin Hotel, which is right next to the BCEC in Boston. And then after that, gearing up for our next biggest meetup, but it's our second biggest meetup next to, I would say, Ubuntu, is Rhode Island Comic Con, where we do the Friday night. We meet up at Dave and Buster's, and it was
300 people at that meetup last time.
Dave, you showed up, midway through that when you saw those. We had our whole section for ourselves.
Completely, yeah. I hope to show up to that one again. That's a little bit of a hike for me, but it's a great con. It's plenty of people, and I am sure there will be more Star Wars people announced that have not yet been.
Exactly. So much goodness. Plenty of time to meet up with us at the Virtual Cantina Network. Keep a lookout on our page.
Did you talk about Chicago?
Oh, Chicago, which is now being run by one of our members, Jackie Bruce. So congratulations, Jackie. You got quite a task ahead of you coming with this show. Our moderator, our swag general, Joanna, always volunteers at that show. But they announced a crap ton of other 80s actors today for Chicago, including like the cast of Young Guns. You got some Lost Boys in there. You got Vacation. You got Back to the Future. You got Andy Serkis. You got Emily, Katie, and Giancarlo. I mean, they got a really damn good lineup, and it's the same company that runs Boston. They need to run some of that on Boston the week before. Just saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of that's a tempting one right there. I was sitting there looking at the lineup today, and I was like, ooh.
Dave might have to get froggy and jump in his car and drive north.
One never knows.
One never knows. But yeah, so tonight we're going to be watching Season 3, Episodes 15, 16, 17, 21, and 22. I love this Cliff Notes. If it's not above me there, it's above me in another location as well, which is absolutely fantastic. I appreciate that. And also, be on the lookout next week. You might want to be posting or commenting a lot more.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Be active on the page. There be reasons.
Get that activity up and see what it gets you. No,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, we'll see how things go. I mean, first and foremost, I want to, stand behind our family members and our members of SAG and AFTRA who are going to be joining our writer friends on the picket lines tomorrow. Do what you need to do. We're going to support you no matter what. I had commented, I think that, I think you're going to see more actors wanting to do Comic-Cons and private signings in the meantime. So I think that business is going to boom in this time. So we'll see. But, good luck to all of our family members that are going to be joining the picket lines tomorrow. We stand behind you and stand behind SAG, AFTRA, and the Writers Guild.
Unions. Got to keep.
We don't want to see our actors look like the Scorpion King.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a meme today. It says, people should stop bitching about Luke in Mandalorian when we had to deal with the Scorpion King.
How soon people forget.
I know.
The Spawn movie. Do you remember the graphics for that thing?
And yeah, that was forgettable.
I don't know if
Okay. We could also talk about, I don't know, Green Lantern movie. We could talk about.
Hey.
We could talk about what was the most recent? Oh, The Flash.
Stuff in The Flash for being a movie from 2023.
Yeah, that's just redonkulous. Okay, and while we're talking Green Lantern is.
Nathan Fillion being announced to. You don't like it?
No, not as freaking Guy Gardner. Nathan Fillion is the most lovable man on the planet. Okay, and Guy Gardner is an ass. Just like, no, that totally, if you're like casting that based on somebody from Firefly, that totally fits Adam Baldwin way better than Nathan Fillion.
I have a friend who's like diehard Green Lantern fan, got the tattoo of the symbol on his leg, and he thought it was absolutely brilliant.
But was that when they said it was going to be Guy Gardner, or did they just say Green Lantern?
Oh no! When he saw that was Guy Gardner, he was actually very happy about it.
When they said Green Lantern, I thought he was going to be Hal Jordan, and I was like, yes, I believe that. Fine.
Well, it's sort of like, when it was Kismet that Ryan Reynolds ended up playing Deadpool, is because they did a comic book way before Ryan Reynolds was even involved. Someone asked Deadpool, what does he look like underneath the mask? And he said, I look like a less handsome Ryan Reynolds. And that was before Ryan was even attached to anything.
Well, there you go.
Speaking of Ryan Reynolds, how awesome was that we saw behind the scenes pictures leaked of them fighting in front of a 20th Century Fox logo like it was freaking Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And I hear a rumor, and maybe it's true. I don't know if it's true or not, but they're going to go and destroy the Fox saga of.
I would put nothing past a Deadpool movie. Nothing is sacred. They will, yeah.
Well, just seeing that set piece alone tells you kind of what you need to know. That it's sort of anything goes.
We finally got the yellow spandex, the joke from the original X-Men. 20 years later, we finally got the joke.
No, it's not the yellow spandex.
Right.
It is a far more 2003
Avenger suit,
faux leather, tactical. It's the coloring, but it's still not.
Some of the pieces are similar, but what would I kind of think, because everybody was all annoyed that you don't see his arms, because that would be truer to the comic book.
Yes, the sleeveless and the big.
I'm thinking there might be something that happens where like Deadpool rips his sleeves, or somebody rips his sleeves off, and he reveals that like yoked out.
Well, there's supposed to be multiple versions of Wolverine in this, because he's supposed to obviously be utilizing, from what I read, Cable's thing, his time traveler device.
Right.
Well,
which will be funny to see, Josh Brolin come back as Cable, and then Thanos and all that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's some of what was missing the magic from like the Flash multiverse movie, is the stuff that got cut, like the blue and gray Batman and some of the cameo. That was some of what was missing. If you're going to go that way and you're going to go down that road, go all out.
Somebody was saying, why wasn't there like a Linda Carter appearance somewhere in there? And I mean,
because she's DC.
Go on and on.
No, in the Flash is what he's talking about.
Oh,
when going through those weird montages of
they could have totally used. Well, they could have had actual Linda Carter.
Yeah, exactly.
Like now they could have had her, but they could have used footage from the show the same way they used footage from the Superman and Supergirl movies.
They showed Adam West in there.
Exactly. So they could have had Wonder.
But Nicolas Cage. I mean, that was archive footage.
I think Linda Carter is the president on Supergirl's Earth.
Right.
Well, they had archive footage of Nicolas Cage.
That was a trip. Yeah, they did it. That was a trip.
Kevin Smith was shaking in his indie boots when he saw that.
Yes. That was a deep cut. That was a deep cut right there.
Yeah.
My buddy was at one of the early screenings, and he said he screamed, "Oh shit!" when he saw
I would too if I know about it.
like he saw the side of his face and he knew it was the Nicholas reveal. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, right. Well,
Is
it's
it on streaming
honestly
now?
it's going to be on demand in the next week. So
in the next 40 minutes, apparently.
right,
That's 2 hours and 40 minutes. Speaking of, I saw Mission Impossible last night, and it was about that.
How was it?
Long.
See,
My main issue was that I knew it was a cliffhanger, so that was in the back of my head the whole time. But some of the action set pieces are amazing. The visuals are stunning. There's a little bit too much of Tom Cruise just running through scenes, though. And what was the other thing? Like I preferred the John Wick car chase scenes much more than the ones they put in this movie, but some of the other scenes were insane. There was a featurette on how they did this scene with a train that they actually built, and that stuff came out pretty freaky. So,
I think this is a disturbing trend in movies in general. They're just making movies longer and longer and not worry about.
This is 2 parts.
Editing them well. You know, that's one of the issues I had with the Little Mermaid live action movie is they added another 90 minutes that was completely unnecessary.
Yeah, that one dragged out quite a bit, but anyway.
The first 90 minutes was unnecessary to do a live action movie.
It was adorable.
Javier
Bardem kind of took me out of it, though.
The original Little Mermaid was perfection. Not an ounce of fat on that movie right there.
Like 89 minutes or something, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, how are you?
And if you can go, if we were talking about cons, if you could ever see Jodie Benson at a con, go do it. It's amazing. Do it.
Did anybody see? There was a video from Fan Expo where Emily was going over and talking to actors and saying, "Okay, I'm going to give you an armor line, and I want you to choose one of your characters, and I want you to say their line as your character, and then you're going to give me character lines. I'm going to say it as the armorer." And she went up to Jodie Benson and had to say stuff as Barbie as well as the Little Mermaid, but as the armorer. It was awesome. And also she was a D. Bradley Baker who chose Wrecker. And he's like, "This is the way," which is pretty apropos. I thought it was pretty awesome. But I also want to. So you got to see that, and she was like, "Wow, how does Jodie Benson make my line sound sexy?" Like, it's pretty funny. But want to also plug one other thing. If you have ordered one of our fancy dancy baseball jerseys, batches 1 and 2 are arriving to me this coming weekend, which means next week shipping will start to happen. You have until July 29th to order one of these nice jerseys. You could have it customized if you want to, or you can go to stock, which is completely fine. We got a lot of people going for the stock.
Yeah, that's a good setup right there.
It's just well designed. I'm just saying.
I'm excited to see it. I'm really excited. Maybe I'll do an unboxing tomorrow when I receive the first batch. Very excited about this. This is our second attempt at sports ball. So this is what you guys voted for. You voted for a baseball jersey.
Yeah, it's wholly appropriate. I see these getting a whole lot of use, like worn not only to cons, but people actually wearing them to baseball games, and that would be a conversation piece there.
So people wore hockey jerseys to hockey games, so there you go. But also at the same time, like I said, we showed up at the final first bash, and we look sharp as hell. We're all coming in wearing our hockey jerseys.
Gang.
As we should, like a gang. But we're about that time right now.
Oh, yeah.
Get that.
So make sure that your D+ is all queued up for Season 3 of the Clone Wars, Episode 15. And I think 15, 16, 17, we're going to just go right through to allow it to go through. And then we'll talk again, like our usual shtick, between 17 and 21.
Probably because for me on the browser, it'll go into the credits, and when it gets like third of the way through the credits or something, it cuts and jumps to the next episode. So do we want to agree on a point to skip ahead, like early in the credits?
Sure.
We'll figure that out.
Otherwise, I'll have to sit there and pause until you guys be like.
Let's go early in the credits. Let's just say maybe like, early in the credits. You just tell us when you're skipping.
All right.
We'll find your cue. But Jeff.
All right. So I'm going to start this video, but Dave needs to be paying attention.
Dave's paying attention. I was looking over there at the other screen right now.
What I usually do, because I don't see the countdown of the video, is I count it down myself in my head. So I'm probably not that close anyway.
And we all see play. We don't hit play. But
I'm going to go ahead and hit the play, and Dave's going to start the timer. So we got a timestamp down below me. If you get out of sync for some reason, it should be roughly there. All right, here we go. Yay. It's going. Somebody's got their volume up.
Hey, it's I have my headphones in and my volume was still.
It still was overriding your headphones.
Yeah.
See, these things that these guys have been using as tablets look too much like binoculars to me. It kind of bugs me.
They do, because they got the little weirdness like Etch-a-Sketch things on them or something.
Maybe they do two things. That would be kind of cool.
A tab, like you can take your iPad and look out.
Use your iPad as binoculars. Hey.
The original multi-tool.
Well, it's like that video of, from the prequels where Cal Mundy is, coming out on the hologram singing a seat, but really he's at a strip club on Coruscant.
Yeah, it's always funny. Putting in some other environment.
Speaking of Rex, Annika was just talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, Pulse just announced the Rebel Scout as a vintage figure. I'm like, okay, come on. We all know it's Rex. Just say it's Rex and give us a Rex figure from Jedi already.
No, the Rebel Scout was a trooper helmet. Do they have a figure too?
Yeah, they have the gnarly old goat dude from.
Oh, they do. Okay,
yeah.
They don't want. They kind of retcon that, but they don't want to go fully with it or something.
But that Trooper Scout helmet is nice. Now, how many people in the chat right now are going to take that and modify it to an Ezra Bridger Biker Scout?
I already put on the Hasbro page. It's like, hey, we need a sticker set or a wrap that we can put and make that one the Ezra.
I hear something like that's in the works at a competitor. So,
and we also saw that there's graphics for it. VFX is coming out with an armor helmet.
Nice.
Good evening, Peter. What's up?
Okay, but that's probably $800
actually.
Yeah, it's one of the problems with some of those is they get a little pricey.
Oh, there we go. Who landed the shuttle?
I saw somebody at Superhero Con, which said we had members said that was one of the best cons they've ever been to. They went and got the Bo-Katan Black Series done. And instead of getting blue paint on the forehead, which we see everybody do, on the side over here, there's a blue panel. They went with white paint here and have a sign there as opposed to the blue that gets buried in the forehead.
See, I've got one, and I've been planning on it, and I was debating whether I would get white across the visor. But I don't know if there's enough room with the owl eyes. With a Mando or a Boba one, there would be enough room. but I'm not sure with the little eyes if there'd be.
But I like the idea of the white on the side panel.
Is that little like section on the cheek part?
I think that's like if you look at the Dave's Boba, I think that's where he has like Dan Logan on it.
Yeah, is I do.
Yeah, right.
He's that same. I've got two of them. I've got
Flourish. Yep, there it is.
Daniel Logan on that side, and on the other one is the John Morton.
Nice.
On the same space, so it's a good space to do.
So they're crossing properties here and landed in Avatar Land.
I don't know. She's talking about the one, so maybe she's thinking that it's Neo.
Yeah, Neo's there, but no, that those floating rocks is what made me think of Avatar.
But see, like on this one has plenty of space. I was thinking like right on the visor, like in the black, would be a cool place.
Be a featured.
Debating like having like one of those. If I get D, is having D to sign it like right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for what I have planned for my Vader helmet.
Yes, that will be nice.
I did check my pens. I actually had brand new red, blue, and silvers that I primed last night.
Excellent. Good to go.
Oh yeah, like weirdo Force Nexus space.
Yeah, this episode is really.
So this again a lot is we are getting into. Is this the first mention of Mortis in these episodes? I think it is.
Right. The next episode has Mortis in the title, so
so
beginning of this arc.
This is the Mortis arc, and we're watching Mortis a lot because Mortis. For those of you that don't know or haven't watched that or just catching up, is that logo in the first promo materials for Ahsoka is Mortis, is the world between worlds. And so we cannot imagine, I can't imagine it's not going to play a big thing. And Mortis is trippy, deep, kind of nexus of the universe kind of stuff. It's very like Star Wars-y spirituality and time travel. I mean,
you mean sort of like the Goonies Sith dagger that we got in Rise?
No, I mean like way more than that sort of thing. I mean, this is like having a TARDIS introduced into Star Wars. Okay, this is like the big portal in Star Trek that sends Kirk and Spock back to, kill Elizabeth Taylor in 1934 or whatever it was, 29. I don't know, but
so are we watching Legends of Tomorrow when they actually get George Lucas to quit film school and never makes Indiana Jones or Star Wars? That was a great episode, by the way.
Oh, and I was disappointed. Here's the only disappointment in the interview with Julie Dolan is that nobody got her to talk about why randomly in Beverly Hills Cop 3, which she was in, playing the pig, why randomly was George Lucas the one that Eddie Murphy kicked off of the Tilt-A-Whirl? It's just why.
Yeah, was she in the scene for that?
No, she was not in that scene. She was in
probably just disconnected enough not to really have any idea.
Yeah, you're right. Mortis is too deep of the lore for the casual fan. It's gonna get crazy, and people are really gonna have to dig deep in there. And that's why I would hope that people are watching this show. People watch the Unifying Force, where we talk about Mortis a lot. And I hope that Mortis is used well in the Ahsoka series. Because if you just used Mortis badly, And in Dave we trust. But if you used Mortis badly, could become the multiverse of Star Wars, and it could be a plot device that would let you do absolutely anything, anytime, and screw up the entire universe.
Well, to quote Asher, and this is why we're doing this.
Yes, this is why we're doing this. Is we want to tell you, and this would be the father. We know, and you'll see in Rebels they show this a lot. The Rebels mural has the father, the daughter, and the son, and it's really this Star Wars kind of holy trinity kind of deal. It really gets deep real fast.
He kind of looks in some capacities almost like the Knight of the Templar that you see with the Holy Grail in Last Crusade. But also, if you go to San Dimas in the future, that kind of looks like they're like sitting next to Clarence Clemens.
It's old Rupert. No.
Yeah.
Is actually, I agree with you that Dave Filoni will not. He will write Mortis well. He will. But once you open that door, and everybody else has access to Mortis, it concerns me. It's because, see, here you go. This is the kind of thing that you can have. How are you here? Is Obi-Wan talking to Qui-Gon in the world in Mortis?
Okay, but this retcon?
Yeah.
Does what happened in Obi-Wan in the finale retcon this?
Yes and no. It doesn't particularly retcon. It does. He hasn't seen him in still so very long. It doesn't necessarily say that he's never seen him as a Force ghost before. He hasn't seen him all of his time alone on Tatooine. You know, he's been there alone in his guarding of Luke. It's one of those things where people are upset about, well, the Tales of the Jedi completely retcons the Ahsoka novel. It's a different interpretation and telling of similar events. Could the events of the Ahsoka novel still have happened and the events of Tales? Yeah, maybe.
Oh my God, Shmi.
Yeah, see this kind of thing.
No one's ever really gone.
No one's ever, yeah, that.
Anakin, boy, does your mother want you to have a good education.
Well, see, this is a what if that I've seen on another site this week that they've talked about. You know, what if Shmi had not died during the Clone Wars? If Anakin had access to her council, as opposed to only falling back and relying upon Palpatine and the stuff that he's feeding them.
The power of mother's guilt could have been very compelling over a younger Anakin.
Right. Is, you know, that could have been one of those whole things where, oh, what if Shmi lived? Anakin goes back to Tatooine at the beginning of the Clone Wars to take Stinky back, and oh, well, while I'm here, I'm gonna go. Yes.
Thank you.
Anakin goes back to take Stinky back to Jabba, and he just happens to stop into Watto's shop and oh, Shmi, I'm on.
Yeah, it could have been a different dynamic for sure. You happy child?
You know, this kind of reminds me of a little bit. It kind of reminds me that they're all to spell the Wanda Maximoff back in Age of Ultron.
Bing. And see, this is the thing too, is it's time travel forward, backward, very crazy multiversey things. And see, this is the thing too, is I enjoy the things seeing in Mortis in the selection is how Ahsoka is more Anakin than Anakin. Is who is the whole system. Anakin's like, who are you? What are you? And Ahsoka's just like, lightsabers out, let's go.
So impetuous.
Yes. When is Anakin not in trouble?
He's the Bendu. He's Spock's brother from Star Trek V. He's God.
Well, I mean, in the representation, he is God. I mean, in the allegory in the what they're doing, yeah, he is the father. And then there's the literal son, and then there's the daughter in place of the Holy Spirit. So, and George always based Star Wars on religion, not just the Christian religion, but he based it on a lot of religion.
Vast references to religious people and, you know, rituals.
I mean, I literally believe the name Ahsoka is a god.
Yep. It's spelled differently, but it's pronounced the same, I believe. All right. I got it.
So again, when anybody tells you that they don't watch that cartoons because they're for kids, it's like this is how deep it gets. Anything like show them the Mortis episodes.
Kids wouldn't appreciate it on as many levels.
I can't hold it any longer.
I hate it. I hate it when it does that.
Chosen one.
And the fact that
have the Neo vibes as well. All that stuff's based on religion as well too, though. But there's a lot.
Or is that Jet Li movie from the '90s, the one?
But and see, this is an interesting part of this that I find too, is this is Star Wars God, and he doesn't particularly know if Anakin is the chosen one or not. So
he needs to see the Matrix after he's shot and jumps back up.
Well, possibly, or it gives you another hierarchy that the Force is making moves of its own above this level, you know?
Right. Such a pretty castle.
It is.
The little yin yang variation.
And see, there's some more of that like Mortis imagery that you're seeing.
Castle also has some slight vibes to Vader's castle, just with the.
It does look like Vader's castle on Mustafar, but these golden circles within circles and things are very much like what we see in the Rebels mural.
Very kind of glyph like. Freaky griffins.
If she turns around and says, "Charmander, I choose you," I'm turning this off.
Just gonna throw a ball at him.
It's a thermal detonator.
Whoops.
He's holding a thermal detonator, and then you throw it, and like Pikachu comes out
And battles the freaky children beasts. Spoiler alert. Sorry. You haven't seen this episode.
You must choose.
You have chosen poorly.
Look, that one's resting. He's just got Ahsoka by one arm, and he's standing there.
He's
The other
just-
one's like still flying. Like, my arms are getting tired.
The
Let me-
Distractor has been chosen.
Uh-oh. He just told Anakin to use the Force. Uh-oh.
Whoops! Just ripped off Kenobi's arms. Oh, oh, that's crazy.
The thing holding Ahsoka looks like Man-Bat from Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, it does have that kind of big time, except for the head's more like the dragon from How to Train Your
And now,
Dragon.
see, this is how, spoilers in Rebels, this is how we really kind of see Mortis look a little bit more. It kind of looks like Star Wars Tron.
Hmm.
I don't know. They both did a superhero landing.
So I wonder, see, is this the father's way of seeing the evil within Anakin to begin with? Is like, it's like, oh, I'm going to test you to see if you'll like force choke somebody. Oh, spoilers. Yeah, you will.
How far it'll go. So is that an Inquisitor? He's not. An
I
Inquisitor.
thought it looked like Grand Inquisitor for a minute.
He does, especially in that profile.
He says both my children, so I assume that is the son.
Right, but is he also some sort of? He's got very Inquisitor looks
Well,
to him.
so I think the son. Correct me
one
if I'm
next-
wrong. Actually, I think
Logan.
is still in the chat. Is the son is the incarnation of the dark side.
Right. So he maybe they're modeled after him or something.
The son is a Padawan, which is like the same as
Right. Padawan. From Utapau.
I choose you.
You and Ralph.
Yeah.
testing to see if thinks that Anakin can replace the father in controlling the Force. Whew. That's a big leap there. It's like, oh, are you gonna be the new God?
Dun, 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 dun. So, if we jump ahead to where is it? Hold on, when it comes up, there it goes. Now it says play next episode for me in 8, 7, 6, 5. We can just hit it.
Or I had like 16, 15.
1, 0. Now it's going to the next episode. Should I pause it?
All right. Go to the next episode.
I'm pausing it right now at the Clone Wars logo. Let me know when you
Yep.
get there.
Okay.
All right, I'm there.
All right.
All right, I'm going to reset the timer so we can go. Everybody in the chat, I hope you're following along. We have now jumped to episode 16.
And we're a few seconds in.
3, 2, 1, play.
Sort of, we're there.
Whatever, close enough.
He who surrenders hope
Ooh, look at
surrenders life.
Is that a board cube? Look, it's so Avatar. Wow.
So I think this is the first time we've seen Mortis. Like later on in the Clone Wars, I think Yoda possibly visits, and then we see Mortis become really important to the events of Rebels.
Mm. Our first view of Mortis.
See, there's our resident person who actually knows content. Oh, Spencer, how you've changed.
Uh-oh. It looks like we lost the Spencer.
It does. So Spencer will hopefully return to us shortly. We're watching Anakin laying on the grass like Spock in one of the little future time. Oh, so they visit. Oh, so Spencer has lost electricity.
Oh no!
Apparently, there's some issues in the Boston area.
That's good. Hopefully, they'll get restored quickly.
I will never join the dark side willingly.
Willingly?
Spoilers, he
I
does.
can be the worst.
Spoilers, he does.
Yeah, well, you ruined the saga for me. Oh. This sun gives me Joker vibes a little bit.
Well, that would have been cool if the sun were voiced by Mark Hamill.
He also gives me a little bit of Insane in the Membrane Mall vibes, but you know.
Yeah. Okay, now I have to see who does voice him. So let's see. Where is the IMDb?
Pull it up. What's going on?
And see, this is even how they use Mortis in the Clone Wars. Is like you can make it as crazy, trippy, whatever as you want.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I really do think that the model of that just moves exactly like Man-Bat in Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, big time!
Like literally, that's the same.
That whole like the body language, kind of the way the characters designed, the wingspan and the spindly bits, and it's just his head has got a weird kind of combination of the sun and like the dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. Sam Witwer.
Oh, see, there you go, Sam. There you go. So that would have been that. There's a reason he gives you the kind of batshit Maul vibes because it's batshit Maul voicing him.
There you go.
Oh, what's up, Hunter?
How you doing, Hunter? Spencer lost power, so he may or may not be back. And I will probably be leaving before we're done watching all of the episodes. So, just a heads up. Dave might be rolling solo.
Uh-oh.
At least his name won't be Spencer.
Is it? No.
I'm Spencer today. Yeah, that's it.
What's that? Batshit Maul? We need that on a shirt. I wonder. I don't even know if TeePublic will let us do that.
Yeah, that we'd have to do like the blurred out, like the F the Empire one.
Well, actually, no, because didn't they let us do it?
Did we do a full-on one that wasn't censored?
We might have said. I don't know.
I know there was a version of the graphic. I don't know if this ever went up on the site. Skip. Yeah, Spencer crashed. Skip. We had a frozen Dave before we went live, and then Spencer decided to say, "Hold my beer," and lose power.
Yeah,
So-
apparently there's some storms in the Boston area this evening.
Well, Ashley said she didn't hear the storms rolling in that she was expecting.
Oh, or maybe it wasn't a storm. Maybe it was some other issue.
Could be anything. Yeah. So now Mike's commenting on Facebook, but he hasn't connected his Delatore. Don't call him that.
106 in the stocked. Whew. Yeah, it's the feel like here today. Hunter was 102, I think.
Wow, no, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And today, of course, would be the day that I spent the entire day on the tractor.
Oh, of course.
It's the joys of summer. But
I did 78, so not too horrible. Yeah, this guy's creepy.
Uh-oh. Yeah, like Ahsoka just got bitten by space vampire or something. Like,
a little weird.
Looks like Dobby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dobby.
oh, it was the brother, like shape shifting to be Dobby.
Is that what happened? I missed that when he returned. Got to pay more attention. That's one thing about watching the show with the volume down is that I pay less attention because I have to read as well and talk.
Right.
It's hard to do.
Well, that's why I do the headphones, because I can't just keep up with everything. It's been a while since I've seen some of these episodes.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. This show has 7 solid seasons of 20-ish episodes, 20 plus.
Okay.
But they delve deep. This, you wouldn't see, some shows wouldn't go, as deep as this show does. Rebels did it a little, but again, it was pretty much the same people doing it.
So here is about as much confirmation as you can get. Here is the embodiment of the dark side of the Force calling Anakin the Chosen One.
Ooh.
So about as much confirmation as you can get here.
He's using the Force lightning there on his pops and turning into a bat. Man bat.
There he is. I hate you. See, that's how he does. Uh-oh. Maybe we should introduce Force healing right here.
Like a little while ago when he was actually still just freshly wounded, as opposed to however long this is.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Madness. So what did he do exactly?
It is not his fault. He Force lightninged him and threw him down a flight of stairs, but you are the embodiment of the ways of the Force.
Yeah, she's sort of weirdly hands-offish. They make this whole planet or whatever this is very kind of fantasy islandy, theme parky, kind of like, there's no terrain, it's just flat grass that leads up to those rocks.
What? Actually, you broke your toe today? I am sorry to hear that. That is crazy.
That's not good.
No, and then you're going down. This gets very like Dathomir kind of deal.
Ooh, door jam. Yeah, those things will jump out and bite you. See, this has like, well, it's the animation, but it has like fake fire vibes, big time.
Yeah. Well, and this gets weirdly like Legend of Zelda-y.
Mm.
It's like, oh, you got to go get the magic sword to defeat the dark side.
And this is this the sun's castle? It's more pointy. You got some more climbing to do. Why don't you do some force jumping, son? Force running up the side of that curved structure.
Yep, there you go. Yes, it is a quest. Hey, Ahsoka, it's me. Uh-oh, no, this is evil, bizarro Ahsoka.
Yeah. Zomboid Ahsoka.
I love what Ashley is doing with the voice right here. Like listen to the
Very kind of creepy.
The evil Ahsoka voice.
Oh, it's got to match that look.
The walking Padawan. Yes, zombie Ahsoka.
Give you a message. This is so weird. This is like, this could have been one of those visions instead of
Right. This could have been like the entire, season of Dallas where JR died, and then just like,
I mean, instead of it being him dealing with a weird version of her, it could have just been like him dealing with
right.
possible version or whatever they were seeing.
Yeah, is that's the kind of thing with Mortis on the table, is you can't know what's real and what's not.
Mm.
See how Filoni does these things? It's like let's put in the I hate you. Let's put in a certain point of view. But then again, I don't know that that's Filoni at this point, because this is directed by Brian O'Connell and written by, the credit is George Lucas and Christian Taylor.
Well, Lucas did it. Wow. She's more badass.
You shall die. I don't want to know. Superhero landing.
Did she? Oh, I thought she was going to grab. She should have grabbed that and had two sabers. There we
go.
Parkour.
Big mistake. Summer of Snips. She hates it when you call her that. Uh-oh. When did she get the second sword? We didn't watch an episode like that. Is the last couple of episodes that we were watching, so it has to have been from what we watched last week and what we're watching this week?
Well, we skipped over a bunch of episodes in between.
Right, we did. But I was like, it's got to be in that period where she got the second saber.
Well, they're both green, too, which is... But one's a slightly different shade. Oh, this is fun.
Oh, Sherry pointed out this we're no longer tube top.
Yeah, they upgraded her
wardrobe change and
But I was noticing that when she was talking to her older self, because they didn't upgrade the older self's wardrobe. She just had basically the same stuff on as the younger version of Ahsoka did in the scene.
Well, it was like her self-image. It wasn't. Maybe it's not. Is it real? Right. Is it her self-image? Is it again?
Yeah. Ooh, look at that! Crazy. I love when they use the saber as a brake.
Yeah. with the magic.
What is it?
Uh-oh.
Zippity zap. Ooh, send that stuff right back at you.
She's just like, boom, force lightning this. Oh, nope, that didn't work.
No. It's always bad when you start smoking. Oops, turn it to a griffin. Turn into what's his name?
Oh, now it's the beast battle. Yeah.
Nope, that didn't last very long.
Morai Griffin. My Patronus is stronger than yours.
Yep, you both get flung.
Oh, Dad's back. Again, this is a kid's show.
Yeah.
But this is how deep it is, and how much you really have to understand this kind of history of what this is. People who have no inkling of any of this are going to be insanely confused during the Disney Plus show, I'm sure. If you have never heard of any of this stuff, nope.
There'll be a lot of subtleties that go well over people's heads.
Well, and that's fine. Is just I don't know how, if they're going to get any of it, or if they're just going to be, all of those people are going to be the people on the couch annoying us, telling just like, what happened? What was that? What was the thing?
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing? Who is that person? Where did
Or
they come?
bad mouthing it because they don't understand it.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of that. That was easy.
Boom. Nope. Lack of possession anymore.
You will die.
Will die. Yeah, that is very, because, ooh, not so much. The light side sacrifices itself.
That bat's pissed.
Well, yeah, that's Palpatine. That's Sam. Like, Sam has voiced Palpatine before.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Force healing. Anybody? Force healing.
Bacta tank, something. Special herb from the crazy tree. Come on. Some of that bark.
Oh, so it actually says that is exactly Palpatine. Is it's not. They went ahead and pulled that in instead of just Sam doing it. There's switcheroo, not dark side Anakin.
This is where Anakin should have learned about
Force healing right here. It's like this is how I could keep Padme from dying, as opposed to listening to the tale of
Darth Plagueis, the wise ass.
and this is where they talk about, Ashley and Mark talk about this all the time on Rebels Revisited, where Ahsoka is literally the daughter. So yes, and Anakin is the conduit, and Anakin has taken that light side and moved it through himself, and so this is why we're watching this episode, because when you see that Rebels mural again of the father, the daughter, and the son, the daughter's not there anymore. The daughter is Ahsoka. So does that mean that Ahsoka is the embodiment of the light side of the Force, even though I am no Jedi?
That's a good question.
Lots of deep questions here.
Another great episode.
Absolutely.
That one, like we were saying, got really deep.
All right,
and
so
things should be referencing some of what we saw, so that'll be cool to see in live action.
Well, yeah. See, actually, I didn't say necessarily she's the embodiment of a Jedi or a Sith. She's in the embodiment of the light side.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So,
episode 17 is next.
Yes.
Ghost of Mortis.
So get yourself to the Clone Wars screen, however it is that you do. If you have to go all the way back to the beginning, if the little thing pops up and lets you do it,
reset that timer.
And we'll reset.
You want to play the countdown or no?
Yeah, play the countdown. Let's play the countdown.
It makes it easier for everybody. All right, here we go.
Bum, bum, bum.
He who seeks to control fate shall never find.
See, peace. These just get all sorts of deep.
Very philosophical. That could have ripped little Obi-Wan's arms off. So I find it interesting that all that happened and kind of similar to things that happened later too. I mean, not all that when we saw Qui-Gon earlier, or that episode. But I guess it was all, they knew that those were sort of incantations or whatever. I don't know, something else, not the actual individual. Especially when Ahsoka was talking to herself. But he is the dark side. Of course, he's consumed.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's
mechanics.
There you go.
That. Where's my mechanic snips figure with a wrench instead of a saber? Hydrospan or whatever that is. Huh.
Yeah. Ahsoka's trying to face the
Huggles.
But so since this is our first viewing of Mortis, maybe it's that it wasn't an accepted thing before this point that the son was the embodiment of the dark side. You know, maybe he wasn't Sith, or he was the dark side, but it hadn't given the name to it that it was the Sith. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's more just general dark side as opposed to Sith. But I could be wrong. He's got Inquisitor vibes for sure.
Well, yeah.
Looks. But and I also axe. He just doesn't have he never wielded a saber, did he?
No, he had the sword thing, but I don't think I saw him with a saber.
Oh wait.
No.
Did he fight somebody?
Force lightning.
Yeah, there's a lot of Force lightning. Oh, there's dead daughter. There's
Yeah,
the weapon that got stabbed with. Somehow you return.
So the father here is Lloyd Sure. I was looking at that, and he's been in just an absolute ton of stuff
Mm-hmm.
as well. It's like Cars 3.
They usually have a pretty impressive voice cast.
Yeah. Diablo 4, Diablo 3, Starhawk, Skylanders.
Wonder if he was at the Diablo 4 party I went to a few weeks ago.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to recognize him since I don't know what he looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-mm.
Ton of stuff. God of War, Age of Empires.
Wow.
Hey, Arnold, even. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How much is it different? Oh, he was in Revenge of the Nerds in 1984. There you go. So yeah, is the Clone Wars just has absolute legendary cast. And speaking of legendary cast, so the voice of the Force Ghost of Qui-Gon is Liam Neeson.
That's cool. I'm sure these episodes were a big deal because of that.
Sending Anakin to a place strong in the dark side.
Master. Mechanic Snips.
Yeah, I
wonder if anybody's ever cosplayed that version with the goggles and the hydro spanner, whatever that was. Cup of something.
There we go. Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's what I'm saying. No wonder he went bad. It's like we just keep pushing him down that road. It's like, to say nothing of the heap of the entire thing that there's been his entire life, which is how much pressure is it on like a 9-year-old kid telling them they're the chosen one. And now he has, spent the last 3 episodes meeting literal God who is confirming that.
Right. It's going to the planet core.
Yeah, I thought that was fun that we saw them just like drag that down the ramp and his little speeder thing just like folds out. It's like, oh, here I've got like a little speeder in a suitcase.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be affected by the thermal activity, and like the heat rising would make it harder to navigate.
I think it would be difficult for him to physically be there. But you know, spoiler alert: his luck with lava not so good. But
he's okay in lava pits, but not lava planets. Until he decides to move in after the fact.
see, there's Anakin being Anakin. It's like, oh nope, draw the sword. Draw the sword. Just pull out your saber. See, this is what they do. They tried this with Luke too. It's like, let's send him into the cave. Let's send him into the cave. That's the nexus of the dark side of the planet. It's like, wait.
It's all a test.
Yes, it is all a test. I was like, oh no, you will not need your weapons here. I just took it.
Crude weapons.
Oh, always clouded the future is emotion.
No. This is the scene right below me.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it is.
Oh, got foggy in there.
Oh,
Trippy.
see, look, the future, the past, still better special effects than the Flash.
They did weird stuff in that movie.
And yeah, and see, it's like literally Vader is there. He sees and it does nothing. Like, you know, this could have been a way that it could totally retcon all of Star Wars.
Right.
Because knowing the future could change it, but no. See, the brother is just being more emperor than the emperor. He's trying to get Anakin to do the exact same thing.
Everybody wants to tempt him. Yeah, this is
so that questions again the wisdom of the chosen one prophecy is, how about if we found the chosen one, maybe we should have kept it a secret. So it's like
telling everyone.
Liam Neeson comes up to Yoda and goes, hey, this kid's the chosen one. Shh.
Yeah.
And then lets it go.
The son here figured it out on his own, kind of, didn't he?
Well, I think he figured it out because the father tested him and literally said, only if you pass my tests could you be the chosen one.
Mm.
Only the chosen one can defeat my two children.
Right.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
That's not good.
That was my bike.
Well, look at there. You will try. Like, do they not remember any of this when this happens again shortly?
You remember
like, didn't I say that like a year and a half ago on a planet that looks a lot like this?
So much lava. Look. Flippy blap. It's like, I can get out of here.
Yeah, and yeah, they don't remember it. They apparently they do not.
No Facebook user. You must go to StreamYard and connect your thingy.
There you go. Please, www.streamyard.com.
Even though I know who you are.
You gotta do that on all your devices, Mikey. All your accounts or whatever.
It's a different account, yeah. He's on his other account, not his one that I think most of us interact with him. Anyways.
Yeah.
Lots of creeping going on.
Here, people, is the true mark of the dark side. Notice Anakin.
Yeah.
The true mark of the dark side, mascara.
Smoky eyes and yellow irises. Those are always telltale signs.
Ooh, the Vader March too.
Nice. It's always fun when they throw in the proper themes. Helps keep things tied together quite well. Shuttle's not going anywhere. Use the Force to fix it.
That's not how the Force works.
It could.
Oh. Well, yes, that is what he should do because guess what? He's good.
Should also be way less like cool with you after the fact, just in general. Even though he's being taken over.
Oh, okay. So, spoiler alert ahead: the father made them forget what happened. Well, that was a poor choice, wasn't it? Well, maybe he should have let them remember this crap so it didn't happen again.
Yeah. Well, that's a way to retcon it. But anyways.
Oh, see, here's what's happening right there. Yep. Boom. He's flashy thinging him. It's Men in Black.
Yep.
Did you flashy thing me? Oh, that's deep, actually. That's right there. Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it, as this was destined to happen. Oh, it does.
Is he going to be a grave robber now?
Did he just roll away the stone? Like, literally roll away the stone?
Mm-hmm.
See,
that's how Dad closed it to begin with. He's just undoing everything. It's like, I need that sword.
And see, this is getting a little deep and creepy for a kid show there too.
Oh yeah. Technically, he's a grave robber at this point, but yeah. That Eye of Sauron at the top of the castle is bugging me.
Mixing your metaphors.
He has very big time wizard vibes, although they all are space wizards technically.
Well, yes.
He's very Gandalf-y, kind of Sauron-y, any kind of wizard, Merlin-y. Very sculptural design for sure. It's interesting how later, like this is the third season, but towards the end, they still had a lot of like super sculptural elements like that.
Yeah, is they are making a choice to exaggerate like the father and stuff like that, but they are getting better in their rendering of, you know, Anakin and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan.
Yep. And the environments for sure.
Oh yeah. He doesn't care about the good.
like the way they have those glyph things all illuminated
Oh yeah.
on the floor and on the like walls or whatever in the sky. Bzz, bzz. Oh,
Yeah, see, he don't need no sword. He's just like blocking that with his forearms.
yeah.
Like, nope, bye.
And now I have your sabers. And
And why was she back down to one saber? Was that something that the son had done? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yes, very Tron.
Uh-oh.
No.
The Harry Carey action. Not the announcer.
No. The Cubs win the pennant. No.
Seems backwards.
Well, I mean, like he's above him, so he's getting his power from him. He's the father. It's
Fewer.
down. So with the father dead, the son no longer has power. And Anakin just lit them both up.
Yeah. So got a little double tap on that one.
Yes. Yeah, actually, the one disappointment in getting to meet Sam and seeing Sam this weekend at the con I was at, and I understand it, is people in the audience asked him to do the Kenobi scream, and he couldn't because it's just like it absolutely wrecks his voice, and it's like I'd love to do that, but this is Friday. I got to get through the rest of this weekend and talk to people.
Didn't he do like one or two lines and that was it?
Oh, he did a ton of voice stuff. You know, he did.
I mean, specifically like in the raspy versions.
No, he would even talk more in the raspy versions. He just can't power that. You know,
all like extreme.
Yeah, because he did all kinds of voices and even the Maul raspy, and I think he did some Palpatine stuff as well. If you want to know, like a lot of Sam's panel from Fanboy Knoxville is on the Virtual Cantina Network. It's on our YouTube page. I live streamed a good chunk of that.
So the Eye of Sauron turned into one of those Sims things, except for his blue that is on top of the Sims characters. And
oh yeah,
it exploded and everything went haywire. Aha.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like something that the Chosen One would do, which is wipe out the entire Holy Trinity.
Mm. Yeah, that wouldn't be something you would think that the Chosen One should do, would do, or could do.
Right.
Not that they couldn't do it, it's just that they wouldn't be in their realm of things that would happen.
And then I don't know. We'll have to see. We're watching some more episodes here. Do they tell anybody about this whole thing? He's like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. And I was like, we just destroyed God. Maybe we should like tell Yoda.
Yeah, there's a couple people we probably need to confer with.
It's like
we're going to jump ahead to episode 21. From that one to what's it called? Citadel Rescue. No, Padawan Lost. Sorry, I'm getting.
Yeah, Padawan Lost. Citadel Rescue is 20. We're at Padawan Lost.
Jumping past those couple episodes to Padawan Lost, and I think I'm gonna have to start this episode and then leave soon.
Okay. Well, we may get Spencer back. He messaged if he gets his power back, he'll roll back in. Otherwise, you guys can roll here with me, and we'll go through the next 2 episodes here.
Literal Dave solo, and not even the the background that I created to make up for me missing.
No, we don't have the vote for
You have
vote.
2 Jeffs, and then you'll have an empty space.
Good night, Sherry. Yeah, so you can always catch up. Good night, Ashley, as well.
Right.
That's the beauty of this. You can always catch up on demand on the
Yep.
Virtual Cantina Network. So you guys can always watch it there on the back end.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it being on all the socials. Are we starting? We're going to throw up a countdown. What are we doing?
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw up the countdown and get ready to start that.
All right. So everybody jump to Season 3, Episode 21, Padawan Lost. And I'm going to start the countdown. You got the thing reset? Yep, good to go.
I got the thing reset.
And here's the countdown.
It's not too late to go have fun with Jeffy, Mike.
Yeah, Mike's got other things to do. Who knows? I'm sure somebody will be sad, me included. Wow, some of these lines are really deep. I wonder if, like, how or who wrote them specifically. If it was something Dave came up with, or if it was.
Well, like I said, Dave has not been listed or credited as a writer on any of these yet.
Well, I mean, just that line, like those opening. Although I guess you would technically make him a writer if he wrote that.
I would guess.
Technically, definitely, but yeah, I don't know. That's weird. It's almost like stuff he might have, like when he was doodling a Ahsoka design, he might have wrote some, lines down that were things like that or something. But I have no idea. It'd be cool to find out. And again,
because this one, again, the writer of this is George Lucas and Matt Michnovitz.
All right.
But
we got Dave's favorite character, Plo Koon.
Well, that's what I was saying is we got Plo Koon back in this. That's just telling you, it's like, wait, where's Dave? Where's Dave?
Shouldn't he be leading Plo Koon through this story? Well, we got Rex too, so that's cool.
Yeah. We got Stephen Stanton in this is going to be Tarkin.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Oh, and they got it always weirds me out seeing certain types of characters with certain types of vehicles when they switch around throughout, the saga, technically going from, the Empire or the Republic to the Empire to whatever. That kind of stuff.
And we're on just another like way trippy planet on this one. This is like trippy planet season.
Is this the planet that Ayla Secura was taken out on?
Kind of looks like it.
It's got very kind of, the plant life is similar, but it's a little different looking. Our resident know-it-all had left the building, so. All right. Well, if I stay too much longer, I'm probably going to be.
Yeah, don't be late. Go and have some fun. I will hold it down the rest of it, and we'll watch the last 2 great episodes.
Everybody have a good evening, and we'll see you next week. And see if I just stop my camera. Let's see what happens.
There we go. You're on the stream still with audio only, Jeff, so you might want to, I don't know if you need to
mute it right now.
Probably.
I'm going to mute it.
So, droids cruising through. Now we got back to some standard lightsaber droid clone. This is classic clone trooper action, but look at Plo Koon. Oh, see, they fly now. Wait. This is why they've been flying since they were clone troopers, not stormtroopers. So again, somebody that writes some of the dialogues in the sequels maybe should have watched the Clone Wars as well. I don't know, but Yeah, we're very mixing of metaphors, or maybe this is influenced James Cameron, because this was obviously, you know, a long time ago. Is this kind of glow in the dark place for Pandora? Oh no, Ahsoka in the net, captured by the. Uh-oh. No, we got random bounty hunter, not even like knowing necessarily who she is here. Oh, yeah, and we just where could we find the commander? Where is the commander? Who knows? They're all gone. They're there. Can you hear me? Ahsoka, where are you at? Uh-oh. See, there we go. Whoop, there, where over there. There, over there. Right there she is right there. Back in the prison. That's the line down there at the bottom. Oh, and the Transdosion has. See, Transdosions just hunting for no reason. But see, it's a refreshing kind of thing that we've got going here. Is that this is a completely separate plot. We're going to see Ahsoka. We're going to see how she handles herself against the Transdosions away from. I don't know, spoilers. I haven't seen this episode in a very long time. I don't know what's coming. Is not with the help of Anakin and Obi-Wan. Is she's here on her own here, and this is not as deep as an episode. This is a dark episode. Don't get me wrong. This is still kind of scary, spooky concept for this being a kid's cartoon, but you know, it's not as mystical, ethereal, religious overtones as the previous 3 episodes that we've been watching. Uh-oh. Nope. Woo. Dropped out on the planet. This kind of gives me of like the little previews, the little bits that we've seen, like the concept art of something of Skeleton Crew, kind of this ship and people just out on the planet. Like, not to this point, but oh, he gone. So just kind of find that interesting that it gives me that vibe. I don't know if it gives you that vibe. Maybe it's not. And again, trippy planet. This one's not glow in the dark, but okay. Random people. Let's go. Uh-oh. More old Jedi younglings? What happened? If this does not give you Nightmare Before Christmas, it's like, this is Halloween. this is like literally walking down the thing. This could be Jack, but I'm a Disney watch. It's a thing. Again, see, this is what I don't know, because again, it's been forever since I've watched this. Do we see an episode before with this group of younglings and how they've been trained? I don't know. Or sorry, do we see? Was this a part of their training or something where they were captured in this? They've been there for like years. Like, my master will come. I don't know who these. Where is these people's masters? Like, did the Jedi not keep good track of their Padawans? And where have these children been? But this is kind of the point that I'm making is, Ahsoka's out there, Ahsoka's missing, and Plo Koon's like, our mission's over, we're out of here. Is that really how the Jedi roll? Is maybe we should stick around and find the 14-year-old we just like lost in the space jungle? I don't know. I'm thinking possibly yes, that would be a good plan, but nope, not what the Jedi are doing. It's like Lord of the Flies or nope. Cut back to big engines roaring. Transoceans, like correct me if you think I'm wrong or if anybody's got an opinion on this. Are Transoceans just like Star Wars Klingons? I mean, slightly more bad guy-y, because Klingons can be bad guy-y, good guy-y, depending upon. But Transoceans just strike me as Star Wars Klingons. I think that's the large short of it. In there, it's just that kind of hunter culture and weapons all over the place. If you are just joining us, we are on episode 21 right there. Season 3, episode 21, and the counter, it can't ever point the right way. There it is somewhere around 11, 14-ish in the episode. We're watching Ahsoka and some other stranded Jedi Padawan come in there. And they're just like, on a planet being hunted by Trandoshans. I don't know. Again, I just think the entire concept of this episode is how poorly the Jedi keep track of their Padawans. It's like we've had several field trips go awry, and our masters just like went home and left us here. Ooh, and that one just got nailed. But again, we don't have attachments. That I don't think that was a Padawan. I think that was another person who was just brought in the same ship as Ahsoka. See, it's Star Wars Hunger Games. So I don't know if this is the truth that they're influenced by that or the other or not. It's whether that kind of is the Star Wars Hunger Games or it's what they say that there are only so many ideas in literature and film and cinema, and that they're recycled and they're moved around in different ways. So, yes, some of these scenes are going to give you vibes of what you see in Avatar. Some of the things are going to give you vibes of what you see in the Hunger Games. But this is really showing us, like it is the Summer of Snips, we're seeing some of Ahsoka's personality. We're not just this whole, I'm going to like not look out for everybody else. I'm going to take this and survive on my own. Is Ahsoka's like, no, I'm holding up the Jedi tenets and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try and help people. Going right up against the Trandoshan. And no lightsaber here. What are we going to do? Oh, the other Padawans. See, she's influenced them to do what they should be doing. And it's like, No, we can't just force choke the life out of them. See, that's the thing. That's the path to the dark side, is the force choking, apparently. You start force choking and nope, dark side. Every time. Force choke, dark side. Force choke, dark side. But flippy around, and now we're like 3 of us. Force push, okay. Force choke, bad. There's apparently a line. Oh, but see, Ahsoka's picking up the crude weapon. You know, Obi-Wan wouldn't go for the blaster, but Ahsoka, right there. Oh, except she doesn't know how to use it. Oh, Transdosions are smart, man. They've got like security features on their blasters. It's not like the Empire. The Empire just willy-nilly leave a blaster laying around, you pick it up, and you shoot General Grievous in the heart, and it's gone. Spoilers. But as we've talked about several times, we're well into the later half of season 3 here, and just look at how far this animation has come, and the environments in this, the fire and the lighting that the fire is throwing on the walls all around them. How this scene is lit, worlds away from the Clone Wars movie and season 1. And here is Ahsoka as the leader. Apparently that dude's name is Dar. It's a lot of rawr, rawr, rawr. Nope. Bad dreams. See in the future. Just taking a nap. So this episode is the first one that I have seen that we have yet watched in the Summer of Snips that this is directed by Dave Filoni. This was, of course, written by George Lucas and Bonnie Mark, is what it is telling us. So, you know, directed by Dave, that gives us our Plo Koon-ness right there, because that's the mark of it. Is if you got Dave, you got Plo Koon. That's how it is going to go. Matt Lanner is playing double duty here. He's voicing not only Anakin but Ratter, and James Arnold Taylor is playing Plo Koon, Cat Maul, Lagon. So lots of I'm looking down the voice cast as well as seeing who else in there would be of note, because as we've said many times, the Clone Wars, hi Lila, is just coming in is I am holding down the fort by myself here. I've got like fake Jeff over there, but Jeff went out a little bit early to go and hang out at a kind of pre-Comic-Con party, and Spencer has lost power in Boston. Some craziness happening up there. But we are watching Clone Wars Season 3. We are on episode 21, and we're at about the 18 minutes 15 timestamp. Is Ahsoka has been kind of put in like a predator type situation. She and this other group of Jedi Padawan are dropped on a planet to be hunted by Transdosions. Transdosions, spoiler alert, not as good as the Predator. You know. Yeah, that was a lot to get the caught up right there. But Yeah, but we're seeing some really important aspects into Ahsoka's personality. Is you may really want to go back later and watch from the beginning of this episode. Is we've covered a lot of stuff in Mortis, and Mortis is going to be super important to Ahsoka's to the Ahsoka show. There's going to be a lot of that Mortis stuff that's going to happen in there, since the logo of Ahsoka is the Mortis logo. But we're here in a more traditional, like, villain of the week kind of episode of the Clone Wars. It's the Transdoshans of the bad guy. Ahsoka's got to take them down. Just totally speared one of them there. Again, completely. This is just so rough for a kid's show. I do not think you could get this past the network censors at this point, because Khalifa just got nailed with the sniper rifle. Just okay, here's another fellow kid Jedi, and nope, and we just got blasted. Little bit, it's a little bit dark, a little bit scary, and this is directed by Filoni himself. Oh, but she's not gone. They bend the rules of the blastering a little bit. This episode written by Bonnie Mark. Bonnie Mark is a writer of all kinds of non-animated stuff. I love looking down and going down the rabbit hole of IMDb on these things. Is the writer of this has written episodes of Homicide: Life on the Street, NYPD Blue. This is a little bit darker content we got going here. Third Watch, C16 FBI, which I don't know that I've ever heard of. But yeah, supervising producer of 22 episodes of Third Watch. Consulting producer for the TV show Robbery Homicide Division. Writer for Star Wars Clone Wars, Eyes, NYPD Blue, The Court, Third Watch, Feds, High Incident, and Homicide: Life on the Street. So 25 episodes of that, I think. So I think this is her only animated credit, it appears to be. So very cool. And of course, as always, more Plo Koon. Can't be directed by Dave without Plo Koon. And cool episode. Like I said, you got your cliffhanger going there. Go ahead and skip through the credits there and get back to our last episode for the night. Last one we're watching is going to be the last one of the season, the finale of our season. This is Wookiee Hunt. Right, this is season 3, episode 22. Go ahead and get that queued up and ready. Stop our counter and reset it. And we will get ourselves a little bit of a countdown here in just a second. We will watch our last one, episode 22, Wookiee Hunt. And play. Go in there, look for the fortune cookie. What's the fortune cookie this week? A great student is what the teacher hopes to be. I don't even know what that means. I am a teacher and I'm not in, I don't know. A great student is what the teacher hopes to be. Well, let's let that one ponder and let that one sink in a little bit there. Ahsoka's on the run. And one of the reasons we're watching this in the Summer of Snips, this particular episode, is you're seeing Ahsoka and how she's leading and interacting and how she's doing these things without the help of Anakin, without the help of Obi-Wan. This is Ahsoka becoming a leader of this other band of lost Padawans, and how she's matured since we saw her. You know, we've already talked about that in about midway through this season, in some of the episodes that we did not watch, is Ahsoka has gained a second lightsaber and lost the tube top. So this is, showing us the more mature, the more experienced Ahsoka, evidenced by the I'm hiding from the Transdosion here. Remember, it's a kid show. I'll have her hide and nail it to the wall for killing my son. I know people watching here. I know I'm preaching to the choir about how this is some of the best Star Wars content out there. The Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels. This is what it is. This episode again, written by Bonnie Mark again, directed by Dave Filoni. So this is just the second half of that arc. I think they did writing and directing pretty much by arcs in the Clone Wars. Is when they finished the story, like the Mortis arc that we were watching earlier was kind of written and directed by the same team, and this is written and directed by the same team. We've got a few more voice actors in this. There you go, Ahsoka. If we're gonna die, let's go down with the fight. That's suicide. Well, you just said we're gonna die, so. And Ahsoka has the plan. Ahsoka has the plan. They're gonna do it. They're gonna try. Creepy weird planet. This has been creepy weird planet week. Is all the places that we visited and things tonight have been very different. Look at that animation now. The lights coming out of the cloud. Very cool. Boom. Let's just do. That's a new one. It's the hero landing, but on glass, like fly on a windshield in the thing. Uh-oh. Whoa. Not so good. Jedi Younglings not super successful against Transdosians. But they're trying. They're scrappy. Boom. Uh-oh. Here we go. But we were talking earlier in the episode about, I think, coming up, and I'd have to remember like which con it is. Like coming up, there are con opportunities to see Matt Lanter and James Arnold Taylor are coming up at some cons, as I'm sure some of the others are. I just saw Sam Witwer, who was playing the brother in the Mortis episodes that we watched, 15, 16, and 17. And just saw him at Fanboy Expo Fanboy Knoxville, and a really cool individual to meet and see. And some of his panel there is live on my on the Virtual Cantina Facebook page. Went there. Is live streamed a little bit of that panel. It was pretty cool. We also mentioned at the beginning of the show, how is the SAG-AFTRA, the writer's strike, going to potentially affect cons? And there's multiple ways that it could. Is some cons and some people have speculated or announced that maybe we're going to see more actors coming to cons and visiting. There have been some statements put out by some cons and by some people also saying, "Oh, there's a Wookiee." So that's a really good looking Wookiee animation on this too. But that how the strike is going to affect cons, and some people are saying it's going to, more people are going to be wanting to visit cons. More of the actors are contacting cons and saying, "Hey, can I show up there?" But there's been official statements stated as well that while cons are a private thing that actors are free to do even during the strike, that there's going to be some limitations, some things that they can't discuss in panels, like current projects. They're not supposed to be promoting things that are happening right now, So Ahsoka speaks the Wookiee. Okay, so we can't get to Kashyyyk because we don't have a ship. So I'm wondering here is, I don't know if that sounds an awful lot like recycled Wookiee. That sounds a lot like stuff we've heard Chewie say before. So there's not a listing, I don't believe, for I don't see a listing for Chewbacca's voice in there, but I would assume that's Peter. That they've just remixed and well, not Peter, but you know what I mean. It's the way they mix Chewbacca in the real in the original movies. So, but yeah, I'm even looking like sound department and re-recording and see if they're talking about who was doing it. So maybe it's something put together by the supervising sound editor, Matt Wood. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Lila, if that's a natural deal. I know the wild, slimy creepiness of the Transdosions is the natural character, because I think all of them are that way. Chewie is the master mechanic. He knows what to take, what. So this is during the Clone Wars. Like, how old is Chewie here? This is 30 years ish. No. Yeah. A mere like 160. Oh, nope, take it down. Miss. It's one of the really cool things about having a long lifespan characters in the storyline is you can use Chewbacca, you can use Yoda to really kind of transition to between the different series. Even, we're going to get Wookiee Jedi in the High Republic and the Acolyte, and how those can go forward. Oh yeah, Chewbacca, don't rip his arms off, because Wookiees are known to do that. Oh, just pin him behind his back, but rip it off at a moment's notice if necessary. I find that funnier every time, the little running joke, how they transfer the little scenes by watching these little critters on the branch. So see, this is a new deal here. I don't think that we've heard it, but this is not outside of the realm of possibility that we could we see Chewbacca in the Ahsoka series? I totally don't think they'll do it, but we could do that. We've got Eunice. We could come. Wow, that would be cool. Is Ahsoka and Chewbacca know each other? We could see him show up with. Don't actually think so, but I think that would be cool. Uh-oh, somebody else got a plan now. Will Ahsoka accept someone else's plan? It's like, see, and there's Chewie being Chewie. Chewie's in for it. Chewie's going to help out. Chewie's always down for saving the rebellion. Or in this case, I don't guess it is the rebellion, because they haven't actually become the evils. You see, it gets complicated. It's politics at this point. So these guys are who becomes the Empire, because they're the clone troopers and the bad guys, but they're the good guys right now because the droids are the bad guys, but the droids is... Chewie's cool. That's how it works. That dude, not cool. Yet he doesn't get away. Bravo. Absolutely. He does in Rise of Skywalker. One of the few positives of what that was is that was one of the pieces of fan service that was worth it. But yeah, no. But you're right. Is seeing this? I had forgotten. I don't even know. I assume that I've seen this episode at some point, but it's not. This is not an episode that I have rewatched a lot of times, like a lot of the Clone Wars episodes. So I did not remember that Chewie shows up in this, because I was questioning at the beginning when I saw him come out. I was like, "What is that rendering? That's a really good Wookiee that looks like Chewbacca." Wait, no, it is Chewbacca. These are fun little Transdosion vehicle-y things. Oh, okay. Transdosion might be a big bad compared to a Jedi Padawan, but Transdosion is not a big bad compared to a Wookiee. There we go. Oh, look. They are back. Wait, no, not them. He's gone. See, he's the leader because he's the one with the funky hair. You know the leader because he has the big. Pompadour. Uh-oh. Nope. This was well needed. I think that they balanced this well with this arc going the 21 and 20. The Clone Wars episodes, 3 episodes here that tells this little story, 2 episodes here that tell this story. We needed this after all of the really existential religious connotations of 15, 16, and 17. We needed to shoot them up. We needed to smack people around. Is fight scene. Uh-oh. I don't think you're going to be in anybody's collection because look what we got. We have Invasion of the Wookiees. Nope. Bye. You're going over. Nope. You see, still though, as big and as bad as he is, and how much we love him, Chewie is kind of a scrawny Wookiee. Chewie is not like Chrysanthemum. Chewie's like wiry for a Wookiee. Can I get you up there? It's like, here we go. Boom. Was that just a Gungan head? This is dark. There's just heads of all of their captured species and stuff on the lining the walls of the trophy room. Oh, bye. Yeah, they've got the big Wampa pelt on the kind of reminiscent of like the heads and stuff on the wall in Doc Ondar's. Yeah, big Wookiee pelt on the rug there. That's oh. See, there's the line. There's the line between dark side and light side. Force push, okay. Force choke, dark side. Uh-oh. Nope. Chewie has no problem using a blaster. Jedi might think it's uncivilized. Wookiees, not so much. And Ahsoka can take a beating. And you can see here, and this isn't season 7, this is a preview in Clone 3, is at the beginning of our show, we gave a little bumper, a little introduction from Lauren Mary Kim, who was the motion capture for Ahsoka in season 7, among other things. Lauren Mary Kim's done a lot of stuff and continues to do a lot of stuff in the Mandoverse and in Star Wars. But you find it really interesting, all of these like crazy moves and stuff that you're seeing the characters do here. Some of this stuff was motion capture. So, that you've got stunt people working to do this. You saw they were talking about Rebels, not Clone, but you saw in the interview that we had on Rebels Revisited last week, how they had those characters do mocap for that as well, and they put little dots on their face, and you use that. It's not just pure animation, just making it up as you go. And see, here's Anakin. He actually feels bad doing the other Jedi when Plo Koon was just like, leave him, we gotta go back. I did survive. See? And this, we get to season 7. This is like this Anakin's training and his sometimes kind of unorthodox methods of training are what is making Ahsoka who she is and what she's been able to do. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Created, directed, supervising director Dave Filoni. Like I said, these last couple, it's where we're getting into the Filoni. He's showrunner and stuff on a lot of this, on all of this. But the first 2 that we've watched in Summer of Snips, directed by Dave himself. So thanks everybody who has watched the whole deal with us. I know this was kind of a long one tonight. We had a lot of episodes. Thanks for those of you who have come in late, but are going to watch some more of this later. And thank you to those of you who watched some of it earlier, went to bed, and are coming back and catching the tail end of it in the other episodes. More stuff coming up on the Virtual Cantina Network. We've got an episode of Jedi Archives this Sunday. Jedi Archives is going to be doing a watch along of Tales of the Jedi. They're going to watch very early baby Ahsoka and where she came from, and doing an analysis of that. Join them. I think the guys on Archives have a special guest who is a special guest host who is joining them. So do that. Rebels Revisited will be back Monday, also with a Rebels watch along. They've taken a little break the last couple of times to do some interviews, and they're going to do another watch along. Then, of course, Shenanigans on Tuesday. Come talk news of the strike, how that's going to affect things. Star Wars news of the week, the Ahsoka trailer. Oh my gracious. Talk about that on Tuesday on Zoom, where everybody can join in and interact. We'd love to see you all there. And that's what we've got going. And of course, again, oh yes, it right there. Preface Sabine costs Matt. Yes, we will be talking about all of that. Lila is and you're going to see that. And this coming Wednesday, or Wednesday coming, is going to be Daughters of the Galaxy. The Daughters of the Galaxy, because of that very thing, the little very important thing about Sabine in the Ahsoka trailer, is Daughters of the Galaxy is going to be talking about all about Sabine Wren. So you're going to learn more about that, and I'm sure they will get down and dirty into that and all of that sort of thing this week on the Virtual Cantina Network. So until then, I'm Dave for Dave, me, hi, this for fake Jeff over there, and absent Spencer, who, hopefully will be getting power back sometime soon, and hopefully it wasn't anything super serious. But for all of us, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.